Well, thank you for joining me, and I want to thank you for really taking the first step in making yourself a greater closer. And the fact of the matter is a lot of people have never been trained in classic closing. I've been doing it for a long time, and I can show you step by step exactly how to set up the client, how to know everything that you need to know about the client before you go for the close, and then ultimately how to go for the close the same way with every single prospect. Now, satisfaction in sales and marketing comes from closing, setting appointments, closing deals, doing business for your company. And it's very frustrating, and there's very low satisfaction rate if you're not closing at a great rate. So that's really why I put this program together, was so that you would be able to maximize on your opportunities that you already have. So let's dive right in. Now, I want to tell you right off the bat, I am a one-take presenter. So I'm not going to be cutting this video in and out to try to correct things. If I need to correct something, I'll do it in the video itself. But I am going to give you this from experience. I've done this for years and years, and you can learn from that experience. Okay, right off the bat. Why does the client or prospect have you in an appointment or on a Zoom call or on a phone call? What is the main objective of the prospect and client on that call? The answer is they want to get a price for the solution that you have for their pain or problem. Really comes down to that. That simple. Is what it's going to cost worth the value to alleviate the problem or pain that the client is currently having? Now, that may be new thinking for you. But that's really what the real issue at hand is, to make it so that we understand clearly what the problem or pain the client has. We have a solution presented that fits and alleviates those pains and problems. And the value to have that solution makes it worth it to get rid of that pain or that problem. And that's what we work from. Now, the biggest thing that they really want to know is the price. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take the two things that they really want to get to, which are the solution for the problem and how much it's going to cost. And we're going to put those two things as the last two steps of our presentation. Now, you may say, but people are always asking me, give me a ballpark estimate when I get to the house, or when I get to the person's office, or when we get on the Zoom call, or we're on our phone call. They say, give me an idea. The worst thing that you could ever do as a closer, and I know this is going to help a lot of you, just this one tip: do not give up even an inkling of an idea of what the price of that solution is going to be. Because the minute you do that, number one, they're going to hold you to it. The client and prospect is going to hold you to it. And they're really not going to pay attention to anything else that you want them to pay attention to justify that price and that investment to take care of their problem. But if you save that for the very, very end, they will stay with you throughout a presentation the way you want to lead them, because they ultimately want to get to that end position. And this is highly important to remember. Do not give up even an inkling or a ballpark price until it's on a contract that you can put in front of the prospect, that they can pick up the pen or DocuSign, and the two of you have a deal. Because if you give up the price, you're giving up your power. And you want to retain that power. So we start with the very end at the very beginning. So the question is, how do you get to that point where the qualified prospects you're sitting in front of will let you go through a presentation that may take a little while and hold off from getting to the thing that they really want to get to? Well, the answer to that is really very simple. The answer is you ask a ton of questions. You make it so that the client and prospect are doing the vast majority of the talking. If you could make it where you were talking about a third of the time and they were talking 2/3 of the time, just on that fact alone, you would get so much information from them on their motivations and what it would take to move them forward that you automatically would close at a higher rate. It takes patience, but you're going to see that that is really the key, is to get them to go through a series of questions and experiences with you, where at the very end, the demo close, meaning where you can repeat back all that they said to you when it's time to go for the close, and they realize that they've already made the decision that it is of value to be able to alleviate their problem with the solution that you're offering. So keep these things in mind. It is extremely important to follow this system step by step. And the big things are no price until the very end, and then questioning the clarity so that the prospect is speaking the majority of the time. And I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to do that and how to move the prospect through this process. Now, there's a link in the description of this video. Click on that link and it'll take you to the next video where we get right into the step by step and show you exactly how to succeed at setting people up where you are able to use their own words against them to close them at the end of the presentation. I look forward to talking to you on the other side. Click the link in the description. Peace.